Hello friends, how are you? In this tutorial, I will explain how to create a 3D tour with After Effects using Google Earth Studio. We will go through the entire workflow, from creating the tour with Google Earth's camera to integrating it into After Effects and animating the tour path in relation to the camera. If you are a follower of the channel and have not yet subscribed, this would be a great time to do so in order not to miss any of the new content updates. Let's get started. Google Earth Studio is an online tool through which we can generate tours using all the power of Google Earth, combined with a timeline and animation elements very similar to those we are used to in After Effects. I suggest you watch my previous tutorial where I explain how to get this tool for free and how to start using it in combination with After Effects. The first thing we will do is go to google.com/mymaps, and once there, click on Create a New Map, then click on the Create Directions button. After doing this, a window will appear where we need to enter a starting point and a destination. I will start from the Colosseum and set the destination as Ponte Garibaldi. Once the fields are completed, the chosen tour path will appear. We go to this menu with 3 dots and select Export as KML. We choose a destination folder, name the file, and click Save. Now we enter Google Earth Studio, create a new project, and click Start. Once here, the first thing we will do is click on Add Attributes and select Camera Target, then click Done. This will greatly help in creating our tour. Next, we go to the top bar and click on Overlays, then select Import KML and upload the file from our computer. We select the tour file that we recently exported, click Open, and this window will appear. We move the timeline cursor to the 10-second mark and double-click on Untitled Map. We will see the tour path we created. Right-click here and select Set Camera Target. Then we click here to set our keyframes and click this button in the top bar to capture a screenshot of what we just created and save it. This will serve as a guide later in After Effects. Now, we go to the 9-second mark and right-click to set another camera target at point B, then click here to define keyframes. Next, we go to the beginning of the timeline and also set a camera target at point A, creating keyframes by clicking here. Once again, we go to the 10-second mark to create our fundamental tracking points for After Effects. It is important not to confuse tracking points with camera targets. Tracking points are anchors that help us track texts or images in After Effects, essentially null objects, whereas camera targets are points that our camera will always look at, helping to define the tour. We right-click on point A and select Create Tracking Point, double-click here to name it Colosseum. And then do the same for point B, naming it Bridge. We move over here by dragging with the left mouse button and create another camera target at this point, click to set keyframes, and as we see, we have now completed this tour. Once the tour is set up from a top-down view, we position ourselves at each keyframe instance and establish a final view for each one, using mouse controls and saving each change by clicking here. At this point, we go to the top bar and open Overlays greater than Show Overlays panel, and we check this box to make the tour path invisible so that it does not appear in our render. we take this control point and move it here to set the last frame of our video, and now we are ready to click here to render the project. A window appears with a preview of our tour, and we need to check that image sequence is selected. Under 3D Tour Data, we must select After Effects JSX, which is the extension of the file it will generate. We move this watermark to the desired position, click this button to select the destination folder for our file, then click Start and Save Changes to begin rendering. This process will take a few minutes. Once inside After Effects, we go to File. Scripts run Script File and select the JSX file we just created from the render. We click OK, and as we see, a composition is automatically created with a camera, our video, and the tracking points with their respective text layers. We import the image we captured showing the entire tour from above and place it above our layers. If we go to the end of the timeline, we can check by toggling visibility that this image matches the last frame of the video. This will serve as a guide to draw a path for the tour. To do this, we create a shape layer, name it Tour, and add a path and stroke. Now, we begin to draw our tour using our captured image as a guide. Once we close here, convert our path into a 3D object and link it using the pick whip to the Coliseum null object. We expand our transformation properties and set position and orientation values to 0. Now, as we see, our path is visible. We will scale and rotate it, adjusting position values to align it with the guide path. This may take a few minutes, ensuring that the altitude in position always remains at 0. Now that our 3D path is perfectly positioned and linked to the null object, we can delete the captured image we used as a guide. As we see, our path perfectly follows the camera movement. Next, we expand this section and click here to add a trim path. We expand this field, click the stopwatch for the start value to create a keyframe, and set it to 100. Then we go to the end of the timeline and set it to 0. We select both keyframes, right-click, and choose Easy Ease. We preview, and we can already see our tour in action. Now, we correctly position the text automatically generated by Google Earth Studio from the tracking points. We close here, select the text, and press R to reveal rotation values. We set the x-axis to 90 degrees and adjust the y-axis until the position is correct. In my case, I will type Coliseum. Next, I select the text for the arrival point, press R to reveal rotation values, set the x-axis to 90 degrees, adjust the y-axis until the position is correct. Modify the text and slightly move it up. I press the spacebar, and as we see, our 3D tour is now complete. I will now quickly add some location pins. If you want more details on how to do this, check out my previous tutorial. I bring in a pin that I have already imported, adjust the scale slightly, convert it to a 3D object, and link it to the Coliseum null object. Then I set position and orientation values to 0. Modify the scale and position until it is correctly placed. Next, I bring another pin to the destination point and repeat the previous steps. Now our 3D tour is complete. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're into this kind of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, drop a like, or leave a comment. It really helps me keep making more stuff. This was BT Diseño. Stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.